Hello and welcome to the Flossi podcast. I'm back. Yay, I made it back. It's been a little while since I recorded the last episode and this one, and if you saw the blog post that I put up on my YouTube channel, you'll already know why, but just briefly, I went out to Calgary at the beginning of the month for a planned 2-week vacation with my lovely sister and my nephews and my brother-in-law, and my parents are there too, so we were having a nice family trip to Sylvan Lake, and yeah, I got COVID. I'm laughing, it's not particularly funny, but it could have been much worse. Very lucky I have 3 vaccinations under my belt, and I am immune compromised because I have Crohn's, so I did come down with it pretty heavy because my immune system is not so good. So I was quite poorly with it for a little minute there, but you know, I was actually pretty lucky because I was with all my family and we could take care of each other. We all pretty much came down with it, apart from, fingers crossed and hopefully it stays that way, my nephews, which was such a blessing. But yeah, so I got COVID and I was testing positive for ages. It was over 2 weeks of testing positive, and so I cancelled my flight and I stayed out there until it was safe to travel home. And then I got home. Yay! It's just meant that August was not what I had planned at all. But these things happen. And I'm just really thankful to be home, safe and sound, with Chris and Tilly, and yeah, and able to actually plan some things, even though all my plans for August have kind of now gone out the window a little bit because they were very summer focused. But these things happen. I'm gonna shelve those for another time, for next summer, because honestly, I thought I wanted to get an episode in and just do a little check-in with you before August was completely out, which I think by the time I'm recording this, I'm just going to be getting in there with the skin in my teeth. But yeah, because I'm going to warn you, Claire's brain has massively switched over to autumn mode. It's nearly autumn. So excited. Basically Halloween. And that's where my head's at. If you're watching this and I'm throwing you, into a spiral of doom because you're a summer person, I'm so sorry. You keep hold of that summer. You keep those summer vibes. I'm sending mine your way because I'm all full of the autumn vibes. So we're going to have this one episode. That's my August, summer themed one, because I have a new FO that I'm excited to show you, and I'll probably never be on here showing this much skin again. So we're going to have a quick roundup and have a nice cozy chat, and I just really miss checking in with you all. But be warned, after today, we're going into full autumn vibes and I cannot wait. I have some things planned. I'm not going to spoil them. But yeah, so let's just catch up a bit because I don't have a ton to show you because I've been sick most of August, and to be completely honest, my energy levels are not back yet at all. So I've been taking it very easy. Just trying to get better. I had these weird tremors in my left hand, which is still there slightly, but it's got a lot better, thankfully. So yeah, knitting time hasn't been, super there, but I have a new FO, which I'm wearing right now. If you're wondering what's going on here, that's my microphone. I'll be honest, when I put it on today, I'm trying out a new audio system because sometimes with my other microphone it picked up weird things, and as I was moving around it kind of went in and out. So I'm trying this. It feels very weird. If I put it on and all I could think of is, remember that scene? Have you seen Singing in the Rain? Which is an awesome film starring Gene Kelly and Debbie Reynolds. Donald O'Connor. It's fantastic. It's a musical. There's a scene where Lena Lamont's got a microphone on and it's just going absolutely haywire and everything's out of sync. So I'm getting major Singing in the Rain vibes, so hopefully that won't happen. Yes, no. yeah, anyway, I've amused myself for long enough. That's my microphone. Normally you wouldn't be able to see it because I would wear a lot more layers than this. But the info I wanted to show you is my first ever summer top. I've never knit a summer top in my life, and I grabbed some stash yarn when I was flying out, just because I wanted to have a project while I was over there. I didn't really know what I was going to do. It was more like emergency project yarn, and I had just short of 3 balls of Black Yarn's Lioness, which is a linen and wool blend, and I thought, that's just asking to be turned into a summer top. So I took that and I found this pattern, which is, it's called, I think it's the Y top. I'll probably check that out, and you should be seeing it right here now because as usual I've forgotten. Editing Claire will put that in. But this is by Knitting for Olive, and I just thought it was really cute, and I loved the shaping all around the bust area and the neck shaping, and it has some lovely little details in. As usual, it's always really hard to show you when I'm sat down like this, so I'm gonna, hopefully you'll be seeing lots of other footage so you can see the top properly. It is shorter than I would normally wear. I actually really like the crop top look. It's just not something I particularly wear on myself. And this top did start off a little longer, but I was playing yarn chicken and I misread the pattern of how soon the separating goes to separate the neck for the neck shaping, and I thought it happened much sooner than it did, but it didn't, which meant I had just enough yarn to knit 1 strap, and I was a strap short. So I deliberated with, I nearly ordered another ball of yarn, but this is a stash project, and as you know, all year I've been firmly trying to knit just from my stash. I broke that rule, but I'll come to that in a little while. But for the whole year I've been knitting just from stash, and it's been so much fun because honestly, I've knit things this year that have now become absolute favourite projects of mine, and I would never have done it if it hadn't been for me pushing to only knit from stash. So I didn't want to order another ball of yarn just to knit 1 strap. So I ended up chopping off the bottom of my top and unravelling it, because this is knit bottom up, so it wasn't a case of I could just knit to the length. I started with the bottom, so I had to actually cut a chunk off the bottom of the top, which can be a little bit tricky because then, you know, you're having to finish off an edge that you're knitting the wrong way on, essentially. But I managed it. I don't think it's perfect. It's slightly, I think what needs to happen is I was picking up the stitches from exactly where they were going the reverse way, and I think the secret to it is to almost shift half a stitch over. And I'm not 100% sure how you do that. So after doing this project, I think I am at some point when I have a little extra time, I'm going to knit up some practice swatches and try just hacking them up and seeing how to knit in the reverse way. There's probably, let's face it, there'll be a YouTube tutorial somewhere too. So, but I was watching TV when I did it the other night. I didn't want to look up anything, so I just lopped it off and worked out from there. And I was literally just rebinding those stitches off and just making sure it looked neat and tidy. And then I was able to get my other strap in. So yeah, so I actually really like it. It's got some lovely details on, as I mentioned. You knit basically a 2x2 rib in a tube. You start doing the front shaping, and then eventually the back stitches are put on hold. You finish off the front neckline, going up into the straps, and then the back section's finished off with an I-cord binding, which I love I-cord bind-offs. I'll be honest, it does make it so when you're not wearing this top, it doesn't look as nice as when it's on, just because the gauge for the 2x2 knit is a lot tighter. It does cause a rippling, so for aesthetics, you know, for if you want to take a lovely picture of it not on you, it looks a little bit it's just a bit wavy at the top. But once you get it on, that all straightens out and it looks really nice. The key I found was to do that bind off quite tightly. I did it once and it was really wavy. And I did it the second time and really tightened it up, and it wasn't wavy at all until I started wearing it, and then as it's kind of stretched it out a little bit, it's become a little wavier. But once you have it on, you can't see that at all. So I'm super happy with it. It's my first ever summer top, and do you know what? I'm going to knit it again. I think I'll probably knit it a little bit longer just because I do get a little bit, I don't know, crop tops and things, but I like it. I would definitely wear this though. I like the trousers I'm wearing with it now are more high-waisted, so wearing it with high-waisted things would be fine. I won't, but then that's what I tend to wear because I do like a good solid pair of pants, which you can quote me on. I'm not a big fan of low slung things anyway. I like quite secure things, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would totally make this again. I think it's really cute for summer. The yarn, the Blacker Yarns Lightness, is perfect for this because it has that balance of, it gives really crisp stitches and the linen's lovely, but because it's 50% linen and wool, the wool just gives it that extra bit of memory, and it feels really, like, I don't feel at all like these are gonna get too stretched out. I think it's gonna keep a really good shape, which I think is important for this style. You wouldn't want it to get, I think if it starts getting too stretched out, it wouldn't look as good at all, and especially because of the shaping on the top. But yeah, so I'll link the pattern and the yarn below. It was so much fun, and it was, especially when I was feeling really ill. I didn't knit at all when I was right in the throes of the COVID, but afterwards when I was just kind of relaxing and coming to, it was so nice because you could just pick it up, do 2x2 ribbing, and start this really intuitive shaping. So yeah, if you're looking for a very late summer top by this point, definitely check it out. Knitting for Olive is such a lovely company. They're lovely people. They make gorgeous yarn, and this pattern was originally created for the fingering weight merino. So if you have a skein of fingering weight yarn lying around or two, I think you need more than one skein. But if you have, I think if you have like, if you had 2 skeins, I'll weigh it and I'll put the details below of exactly how much yarn this was. I have this much. I have this much yarn left in a from just under 3 balls of the lioness. So I'll weigh it. I'll put the exact amount of yarn that I use for this, and this is size 2. So if you want to make it and you want to go stash diving, and I think it's going to be a really nice layering piece as well. So I think I'll definitely be wearing it into the autumn with like a cardigan over or something. So yeah. So that's my new summer top, and that's the only new thing that I have to show you right now. Nothing else has happened other than something you've seen a lot of, and it's my Merrymaker. It's so close to being done. So we have not just one sleeve, but nearly 2 whole sleeves done. I have one more repeat of the colour work, and then I can do the cuff, and it's done. Well, I say it's done. It's not done because I've decided to, I started the ribbing for the hem right after a colour work. I think I did 1 row plain and then started with the ribbing. And it's bugging me a little bit. As you can see with the sleeve, hopefully you can see that, I did like another row or 2 with in stockinette before I started the rib, and I just think it gives a much nicer edge to that last repeat of colour work. So yeah, you know me, I'm gonna rip back just the hem, add another couple of rows. I have to break into, I probably would have left it if I didn't have to break into another skein of my main colour, but I only have this tiny little bit left, so I know I'm going to have to break into it regardless to finish off this sleeve. So I might as well make it exactly how I wanted after I've been working on it for so long. And next time you see me, I'm going to be wearing it. I swear I will. I know it's one of those things, I don't know how many episodes I've talked about this over, but I'm really happy with it. I think it's turning out exactly how I want it, and it's going to be so nice because it's nearly autumn. I can wear it. I know, I'm slightly delusional because it's so hot. It's so hot and humid, but I just want the humidity to drop so I can wear my woolens. But it will soon. And yeah, I can't wait to wear my Merrymaker. So really, that's all I've got to update you on for this episode. It's going to be probably super short, but I really wanted to check in with you. It's been nearly a whole month since I've been able to sit down and record and chat to you. I think it's been over a month actually. And you know, these things happen, so there's nothing I could have done, but yeah, it just really sucked. I really enjoy sitting down and recording, and I wanted to do one slightly summery style video showing off my new summer top before I, you know, bombard you with all the things that I want to do for autumn and winter, and yeah, so one thing before I go, if you read that blog post that I put up just to say that I wasn't going to be recording because of the COVID, I did mention in there that I actually put together a customer survey to send out. I've been doing a lot of work on the things I want to do with Flossi, the kind of content I want to create, and I've had some really fun ideas, but before I put any of them into action, really the important thing was I wanted to hear what you thought as well. So I put together a survey just asking a bunch of questions. It doesn't take very long. It's completely optional. But if you'd like to take a look at it and share your thoughts with me about the content I share here, my patterns, a few different things, and just your opinions on some of the ideas that I had for things I can do in the future with Flossi, I would be so appreciative. If you do choose to fill in that survey and share your thoughts with me, there is a little 25% discount as a thank you at the end of the survey. It comes in code form. You can use it on Ravelry or my website. So yeah, please do check that out. The 25% off applies to an entire order. So if you had your eye on a few different patterns of mine, that would be you could put them all in your cart, and the 25% off applies directly to all of those. So yeah, it always feels really weird putting yourself out like that. So if I seem a bit awkward, it's because I am. I'm just naturally quite awkward. But yeah, I'm actually really excited. I sent it out in my newsletter. I had some lovely feedback so far, some really interesting feedback, and I have one of the questions in there right at the end is basically, is there anything you want to share with me, anything that you think I could be doing better, anything you want to see from me, all those things. And I've had some genuinely lovely comments which have been so nice, and but also some fantastic ideas for content that you'd like me to share with you, which I'm really excited to do. So I'm going to have that survey open for probably another good week, and then I'll close it down, and then I'm going to start working on all your feedback and get planning. And talking about feedback, I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who commented on the last podcast episode where I showed off my cardigan that is coming for next month. I asked you if you had any name suggestions, and I'm so sorry I haven't been able to reply to all the comments on there, but I will be going through and replying, but I checked in on each and every one of them. There are so many good name suggestions. I'm so stuck for choice. Let's put it this way, I think I have pattern names from now until the end of next year, because there are so many good ideas. So I will be picking a name for my new cardigan coming next month. I haven't got the exact release date yet, but I'll be sending that out. And if you do want more information and know exactly when those patterns, well, that particular pattern is going to be launched, a good way to do that is to sign up to my newsletter as well. So I'll stick the link below if you want to do that. And yeah, I just want to say a huge thank you for all your kind words. It's always so nerve-wracking when you're putting out a new pattern, because it takes so long to work on it. And so much love and time and energy goes into creating a pattern when it comes to release. And I've been so guilty of this in the past, where I've just kind of gone, ooh, now I'm really nervous, and you kind of like push a pattern out and then go hide under the bed. So I'm going to try not to do that this time. And I'm really excited for the release. I have a few things planned around that too that I'm looking forward to sharing with you. So watch this space. I'll be back really soon with another episode, and brace yourself, it's getting autumny. I just broke my my no buying any yarn rule and only working from stash, because I have a sweater that I want to knit that's a little bit, I'm going to show you in the next episode. I have a feeling there might be a little bit of a, oh Claire. But I'm really excited about it. It's a little bit silly. It's going to be really fun. And I just ordered the yarn from it, and the very autumny colours. So I can't wait to share that with you. Thank you so much for all your patience. Thank you so much for all the kind words of support you sent when I put that post up saying I wasn't feeling great. And as always, just a huge, huge thank you for being here. Tilly has not been around for recording, but I will show you some footage. It's Sunday, so therefore she has her Sunday bone, which is her weekend treat. So we tend not to see her for about an hour and a half while she demolishes it. So, but I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I will see you really soon. And as always, just thank you for being here. All right, if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.